I've been waiting. Sunshine, why you playing? With my head on the time, you go way out of line.
Hey, it's your girl Serena and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting and come back again. I would really appreciate if you would go ahead and subscribe, like, comment if you feel the need to, and share because sharing is caring. And go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be made aware every time I upload a video. Now, today I want to bring a couple of updates of some trials that are about to come up that I will be following. Some updates to trials that didn't happen and if they have other trials coming, blah, blah, blah. Also, some other thoughts and comments on some things. So, anywho, first, I want to start out with the latest thing, which was the conviction of the 3 ex-officers that helped hold George Floyd down when he died. They now have a state court coming up, and excuse me, I have my 4-year-old niece, so you might hear her in the background. Heads up for that. They will be coming up in their state court will start for their state charges June 7th to be exact. It's supposed to be the day they start, so we'll see how they go. They're being charged with aiding and abetting Derek Chauvin in the murdering of George Floyd. It's basically what all 3 men are being charged with in state court. Moving along. Next thing, for the Ahmaud Arbery family, they now will be focusing on the Jackie Johnson, who was the DA who refused to press charges against the 3 gentlemen that are now found guilty in state and federal court for murdering Ahmaud Arbery and hate crimes. So Jackie Johnson was charged with basically not doing her job, and so we still waiting for a pre-trial or a trial date for her as we speak. Don't know how that's gonna go, but his mother made sure she brought up in her statement after the men were found guilty in federal court of their crimes. So, yeah. I'm back. So the next thing outside of that, because I will be definitely interested in seeing how that trial go. And I also want to know if anything could happen to the prosecutor that she passed the case to, who insists on passing it to someone else also, with a letter that I feel was nothing but his personal thoughts on why these men should not be charged with a crime. I'm wondering can and if anything will happen to him for that. We'll see. Anywho, I believe it was last week the Senate and Congress passed the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Now, in America, after all these years of lynching, we now have a lynching law that you can be pressed charges against. It's called the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. And, yeah, it finally got passed. It already passed the Senate. It already passed Congress. The only thing we're waiting for now is President Biden to sign it, which I don't see why he would. So, can't wait to see how that is. How that go. The next thing I want to update on is, I don't know about y'all, I have been curious to know how many people exactly got in trouble for the Capitol riot. You know, all the, I don't know a nice word to use for them, so we're just gonna go with people that stormed the Capitol Yeah, those people. So, according to the file, 750 people have been charged with federal crimes. 220 had already pled guilty to mostly the misdemeanors, and 110 out of that 220 have been sentenced already. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, or it could have been earlier this week, y'all. I'm sorry. Either earlier this week or sometime this week. They did their first federal case of one of those people who stormed the Capitol, and the man was found guilty of all charges. And I don't know what his sentencing gonna be yet, but so they have started their federal trials now, and approximately 90 other people have trial dates. So they are finding these people, pressing charges, and getting them together, I guess you could say. Because I was curious about that myself. I don't know about y'all, but if you was, there you go. Next but one is, I don't know if you've been following this story, but the William Marcus Wilson, he went last week into a hearing for Stand Your Ground in the state of Georgia. According to his side of the story, because it sounds like the other kids never gave an actual side of their story, but anyway, according to his side of the story, him and his girlfriend, he's mixed biracial, she's Caucasian. They were boyfriend girlfriend at the time. They were leaving out of Taco Bell. A truck full of kids started calling her a ninja lover, and they ignored them, got in their car, rolled off, and apparently the truck followed on this dark highway where they were trying to run them off the road. They were throwing beer cans at their car, yelling racial slurs. He showed them his gun that he had in his car, which he legally owns. They still kept coming. He let off a shot or two. I'm not sure how many. Again, this is his side of the story that I'm giving you. And one of them shots hit a 17-year-old young lady. I believe, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you her correct name because I'm not about to guess her name. Haley Hutchison ends up hit in the back of the head and dying. Now, what we do know is that the police definitely found the same beer cans that the teenagers were drinking on the side of the road. They were on the road that they were traveling down. That part is shown. They was throwing beer cans out that truck. As far as the racial slurs, the girlfriend who was sitting next to him, she said she can't really recall if they were saying that. She didn't really hear it. She basically was just terrified. She seemed terrified on the stand testifying in the hearing. Literally, she was shaking and dang near in tears. But what she was certain about is they definitely was following them. They definitely was trying to run them off the road. And she definitely know they hit the car with something, but she not sure what it was. But it definitely produced a loud boom noise, is what she said. I believe her, because she was just way too nervous and scared to lie, if that makes sense to you, because it makes all the sense to me. But I also believe that she may not have heard racial slurs, because when you get scared, you focus on certain things, and that's what your attention is on. You really don't care about anything else. So yeah. Anywho, the hearing was to ask the judge to give him immunity under the Stand Your Ground law. The judge denied it, so now he will be going to trial, and his trial will start April 18th, which I will be watching, even though that's my birthday weekend. So y'all, I am definitely going to monitor the trial as much as I can, but I would like to enjoy my birthday coming up in April, where I will be turning 43. Yay. I know I don't look it though. Anywho, moving on. So the next story I want to discuss is Okay, this happened 2018, and they have decided to sue this city, which they're still in litigation. But anyway, this is basically in Wisconsin. And let me say something before I get to the story. I swear, Wisconsin continuously keep having these same issues with the police, pulling over people for no reason. That's something they need to look into. Shh. Seriously. So anyway, in Wisconsin, this 18-year-old riding along with his grandmother. By the way, he is African American. His grandmother is Caucasian. They were leaving church. She was taking him to his job. The police pulled them over, literally made him get out the car on the ground, put his hands behind his back and everything, and put him in the cop car. Came back to speak with his grandmother, asking her if she was okay. And she's like, I'm fine. What is going on? That's my grandson. She hurried up and said, that's my grandson. And you just see the cops like, oh. Yeah. Oh. She's like, I don't understand. He didn't do anything. And so the police officers go on and tell her that two blacks waved him down and told him that two black men just carjacked an elderly white woman in a blue Lexus. And even if this story was true or not, they never took down the witnesses' names. They didn't even ask for their name or anything. To further go on what doesn't make sense, it was only one black man, and he wasn't a man. He was 17. But it was only one black boy in that car, not two. One. Yeah. Not making no sense. Anywho, so, oh, and the grandmother friend was in the car with him too. So it's two white ladies and the young black man. They was taking him to work, like I was saying. Anyway, they all three decided to sue the city of Wisconsin for basically pulling them over for no reason and harassing her grandson. So they're suing them for that. So I'm gonna stay up on and see if they win that lawsuit or not. See if they won those lawsuits or not. Now, I was following what was called Soho Karen in New York, who basically had tackled a teenage boy in the hotel lobby, accusing him of stealing her cell phone that she had basically left in the lobby. I mean, I'm sorry, not in the lobby, the Uber she was in. She was supposed to have a court date in January that never happened, and I haven't heard nothing about it since. So, but I will be following that story to see, because she definitely, I definitely want to see if they follow through with these charges and she get found guilty. But if you don't know the story, the video is all over everywhere. And okay, so the teenager that she tackled was Keon Harold Jr. His father is Keon Harold Sr., who is a very popular musician. A he is a Grammy winning musician. Excuse me. Make sure I get that out there. This man has played for the president and so forth and so forth, but regardless of his background, his child was tackled by a nutcase, and that is what I'm gonna call her. That's you gotta be a nutcase to tackle somebody's child, period. I'm sorry. Yeah, and expect to live afterwards. Anywho, like I said, she was supposed to have a court date that was supposed to came up in November. Then I think it was moved to January. And now I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to find out, because I definitely won't, if any Karen need to be have some charges brought on them, she is one. So anywho, I believe that is all the updates I was going to bring today. I have some other stories coming up also, but I also want to possibly discuss a little bit of the Michigan school shooter. I have been really torn about the part of his parents having charges brought on them for their son shooting up the school. And even with them going through the pre-trial hearings and everything that they've been going through, it further leads me to where I am feeling like I don't think this might be a good idea. And they might have to find another way to hold these parents responsible for the simple fact. I mean, I feel like the only thing that they really could get them on is, I don't know specifically if it's what the specific name of this crime would be, which is not having your gun locked away and where your child can get to it. I don't know if that would be just labeled child endangerment or what. That I feel they definitely should be charged with. Because I don't care what nobody say, I do feel it's an issue with young people having access to guns or even learning how to shoot them at a young age. I think that is a huge mistake and a huge problem that we should not be doing. But whatever. But the thing is, I do not feel they can hold them responsible for the actual school shooting, because the bottom line is, the day of the shooting, the teachers agreed to let him stay in school. So that tells me they had no feeling this boy was about to shoot up their school. Why would the parents think their child was about to shoot up the school? And I mean, there's no proof of him telling them he wanted to be a school shooter, or I'm going to shoot the school up, or I have the urge to shoot the school up. None of that. The mother was even making plans with him for that weekend to spend time with him, to talk with him, to try to set up to get him extra help as far as therapy and stuff. So I think the school and the parents understood something was wrong, but I think neither one of them understood how wrong. And I think the thing at this point is that everybody is so hurt and upset by the loss, which I completely understand and feel is fair. They have the right to feel this way. However, it may not mean that these people can get charged with it because of how much it's hurting you that it happened. And I really feel the only way to prevent these type of school shootings is not allowing these children to have access to these guns. Not only that, we need to seriously change the way you are able to buy and purchase guns here in America. It needs to be way more regulated. But of course, nobody wants to hear or discuss that, because now we have the big old NRA and all of them getting involved, like, oh, heck no, because, you know, they can't stop no sales. You know, it's all about the money for them. They don't really care that we're getting shot and killed out here, or this is what's happening from the such free sales of the guns in America like they are. But yeah, I think we need to look at the bigger picture and quit trying to blame it on the smaller individuals that really could not have predicted this in this instance at all. His parents, as odd as they are, and regardless of their personal life, because I feel like their personal life is being discussed way too much, and it has nothing to do with their son. Their adult life has nothing to do with the life for their child, period. So we'll see. I've been watching that too and going through that. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to actually report day by day on the parents' trial or not, because like I said, I feel like the prosecutors spent most of the hearings they've been having so far discussing their personal marital problems and all of that. And I'm sorry, but they got marital problems, so that mean they had to know their son was gonna shoot up to school? Nope, doesn't make sense. So I don't feel the urge to go through listening to that, but we shall see how that turned out. And of course I will let you guys know. Even if I don't follow it day by day, I will definitely let you know the outcome of that for sure. So that will be it for me on my updates. And yeah, so if you made it to the end of my video, thank you so much. Okay, so please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on your way out to make sure you made aware every time I upload a video. Thank you so much, and enjoy your evening. Mwah.
I swear I give you my tomorrow forever.